Hey, this is Chan, and today I'm here to do a setup of my Hobonichis for next year. This is going to be a really super simple setup, so if you're hoping to get very creative ideas about how to set things up, this is probably not going to be the video for you. I'm just basically going to just put the books in their covers, and that's about it. And I'm going to talk about how I'm going to be using them as well. So I actually don't like putting too many things in pockets. I mean, I used to put more in the pockets, but then because I use a bunch of different Hobonichis and also other notebooks as well, it just becomes kind of tricky to find things when I'm looking for them, right? So let's say I put stencils in here and sticky notes in here, and then I'm using my A6 Hobonichi, then I have to go to this cover just to get the stuff out, so it's kind of cumbersome, right? So I actually just prefer having my little accessories in other cases. But I still wanted to show you guys how I'm going to be starting off the new year. So this is my A5 Cat Trio cover from last year. This is my favorite Hobonichi cover. I love this cover so much just because of the style of the artwork and because I love cats so much. I just love cats so much. So I love this cover, and this reminds me of Humble, so this is very special to me, So I wanted to use this one for my 2019 A5 Techo. I'm just gonna put this in the cover here. Can't wait to start using this. It's kind of weird, right, when it's all flat and new, but it's so exciting as well, Okay, there we go. So for the ribbon bookmarks, I want to have one of them in the weekly view. Okay. And then the other one is going to be on the daily journaling view. And this layout here is going to be my New Year's resolutions layout again. That's going to go there. Okay. So the reason I didn't put one of the bookmarks in the monthly calendar view is just because, I do use the monthly calendar view, I do refer to it, but I just don't use it as often as the other pages, right? And I normally just use this one as more of a fun decorating type of thing, So the weekly view is going to be for Wilbur again, so this is going to be Wilbur Weekly. And basically I'm just going to use this to track different things that I do for him each day, and also washroom breaks and any kind of things about his health, and nail trimming and that kind of stuff. And also I like to make little notes about things we've done together during the day, because each day we do fun things together. I just like to remember them, right? Even though I do write about them in the daily pages as well, it's nice to have them on the weekly view just for when I'm kind of scanning through and want to remember when something happened, As far as the daily view, I use that for journaling. I know that some people have successfully used their Hobonichis as a planner, but I like to use these pages for journaling. I know that some people don't like having the daily dated pages just because maybe they feel some pressure to kind of keep up with it, but you really don't have to. You're not forced to keep up with it. Your Hobonichi's not going to hold it against you if you don't fill in every page, you know what I'm saying? I have plenty of empty pages in my Hobonichis, and sometimes I'll just go back and write, if I'm doing some brainstorming for videos and that kind of thing, I'll just fill in some pages that way, or just like doodle some stuff, So it's not like everything has to be, this masterpiece on every page, I do like decorating stuff just because it's fun for me and it's relaxing for me, but I know that sometimes it's not that easy to keep up with it, right? Especially if you have a bunch of journals and planners on the go. But I do have some ideas, a few very simple ideas that I'll share in the future or in an upcoming video, where I'm going to kind of share how I kind of try to keep up with things. In the pockets, I do want to put a couple of things. I have this little journaling card. I've showed this in the past, this little stay humble, hustle hard. I don't really like the hustle hard part, but I love the stay humble part, right? So I'm just put that in the pocket there. And then I have a little die cut that I wanted to put in here as well. I want to include this die cut right here. This is from Pebbles, and I showed this in my Soon Be Near Alaska setup video. I love this, that I will always be there for you sentiment. I just think that's so sweet. I always feel that way about my pets, that they're always there for me. And also my Hobonichi too, because as corny as it sounds, I always feel like every Hobonichi of mine is a friend to me because I tell them so many things. So I'm just going to have these die cuts in here, and pretty much leaving the rest of it empty. I guess some people might think it looks a little funny if it's so empty there, but this is just what works for me, right? So next up is my A6. I showed this cover in one of my recent videos, and this is the one I want to start off the year with, just because with this Techo in there, it is a little bit snug. When I zip it up, it feels snug. It fits in there and it zips up just fine, but it feels snug. So I wanted to start the year off using this while the Hobonichi is still pretty slim, or still, slim, right? Because once I chunk this thing up, because I do like a fat journal, right? So once I chunk this up, I won't be able to close the cover with the zipper anymore. I could have the cover open, but I won't be able to zip it closed, you know what I mean? So that's why I want to start the year off with this cover that I got on Amazon Japan. This thing's awesome. I actually do have to bend the cover quite a bit, so my cover is creased, but I don't really mind that at all. Alright, so my A6 Techo is in there now, and now I'm going to add the little index stickers from Hobonichi. They came out with these this year, so I wanted to add these here. And these little index stickers up here, they match the colors in the Techos. The Japanese versions of the Techos anyways. See that? I'll go ahead and add these. So you can see that the left side is a little bit longer than the right side, and then it has little perforations in the middle so that you can easily fold this, right? So I'm just going to line up this edge with the edge of the little thingy there. And then fold it over. There. So there it is. Okay. You'll have to excuse my hands because I think it's just the winter. Well, my hands are always kind of ugly anyway, but the winter air is just kind of been brutal to my skin, you know. November 1st is Humble's birthday. You know what's so neat to me is that Humble's birthday is on November 1st, and Hobonichi, like, I mean, I just love my Hobonichis, right? Hobonichi's website is 1101.com, which to me is November 1st, right? And it's just kind of neat, you know, because I love Humble so much. And some of you guys know that. And I also really love Hobonichi. I mean, of course I love Humble more than anything, but I do love Hobonichi and journaling and stuff. So it's kind of neat that the company's website is 1101. I have this weird thing about numbers. Alright, so the index stickers on now. I think they look really cute with the different colors. And this one here is sticking out a little bit more than the others, but I don't really care, right? Okay, so for my A6 Techo, I'm going to be using this for more journaling. Because I do a lot of journaling. I write a lot. It's not like I do a huge amount of things every day, but I love writing about things. You know, nothing is too small to write about, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be using this for more journaling. And I have this weird thing where if I write about, let's say I write about Wilbur in one of them, right? Then I want that page to be happy and, you know, full of love, right? And so if anything happened in the day that I kind of want to vent about, then I'll write about that in the other Hobonichi because I want to have Wilbur's page as a very happy page, right? I don't want any negativity on his page, you know what I'm saying? So I have a weird thing about that, so that's why I kind of like to have different journals for different topics, right? But also sometimes I'll kind of write, like let's say I did a bunch of little things in the day, I'll write about the different little things I did, and then in my A5 I might just elaborate on one of those things if I want to write a lot more about that one particular topic, right? Or that one particular thing that happened. So that's just another idea of what I do in my journal, if you are kind of looking for ideas about how to fill your pages, right? Alright, so that's my A6. Okay, great. Alright, so next I'm going to put my Hobonichi 5-year Techo in the cover. That's all I'm going to do is just put this in the cover. Alright, so now that's in the cover, and the way I'm going to use this is, well, I just want to focus on the good things about each day in this particular Hobonichi. So, because I know I do vent in my Hobonichi entries sometimes, right? But with this one, I just kind of want to write about something good from each day, you know, because I want it to be something that I look back on and just remember all the things I'm grateful for. Because I think journals are so helpful if you want to vent about bad things that happen, but I don't necessarily, like 5 years from now, I don't want to look at this and just see a bunch of griping, you know what I mean? Like I want this to be a way to focus on the good in life. It's like the saying goes, you know, not every day is a good day, but there's good in every day. So for this particular Hobonichi, I do want to focus on the good. I don't want to take those good things for granted. And so each day I just want to write about something good that's happened or good things that have happened. And then on the right hand page, you see how you get this nice big space there? I want to use this, I was thinking about how I wanted to use this, and I was thinking, I actually want to make a little collage or something, right? Like a little collage of maybe stickers or washi tape or whatever, and just do a little section for, you know, 2019, and then another little section for 2020 and 2021 and 2022 and 2023, and it'll kind of be like a collaboration with myself, you know, my future self. So I just think, you know, over time I'm going to have different supplies, right? So maybe this year I'm totally obsessed with certain kinds of washi tape, and I'll maybe put that there, and then maybe next year I'll have certain stamps that I just can't stop using it, and then I'll just include them there, you know what I mean? I wanted to see how my I guess my interest in different styles changes over time, you know? So that's what I wanted to do on the right-hand page. I also think it'd be kind of neat to draw on the right-hand page and kind of see if my drawing ability improves over 5 years, right? So I think for some days, like let's say, you know, January 1st, draw a little picture, and then January 1st of 2020, draw a little picture, and then 2021, and 2022, and 2023, just draw little pictures, and then I can kind of see if I've improved at all, because I do want to draw more. I don't think my drawing abilities are very strong, but it would be nice to kind of see if I'm actually improving over time. Okay, so there's the one bookmark that we get with this beautiful cover right here from the Bloom gift set. You get this nice pink tassel, so that's gonna go right there. Okay, so there's my 5-year techo. I just can't wait to use this as well. Alright, so these are set up already. I'm just gonna move these aside as I work on the weeks now. Okay, so this is my denim weeks, and this is done already. I put this cover on cover on in my haul video, and then I never took it off. I don't really want to add anything else to the pockets. I just want to leave it like this, which I guess some people will think is boring, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because it works for me, you know? So that's my denim one. And then this is my Doraemon one. And for this one, I actually bought the clear cover on cover for it, but I like the way it looks without the clear cover on cover because, I don't know if you can see, it might be hard to see, there is a little bit of texturing on the cover. This one is similar in feel to the Bear Weeks from last year. So it's not, the finish on it is not super delicate or anything. I kind of feel like if I got a little smudge on it, I could still wipe it down, you know? This is that, I think they call this synthetic canvas. The finish just feels like it won't get messed up too easily, so that's why I'm not going to put the clear cover on it, because I like the way it feels. I like the texturing on there. And I also like the way it looks without a clear, shiny layer on it. I mean, I know that this cover on cover has that bit of shine from the plastic, but I mean, this print is just amazing. I love the print so much, eh? It's beautiful, this print. So I love the way that looks, of course, but I also love the way this looks without the clear plastic on it. So I'm just going to leave this like that, but I want to add a little high tide landscape tab thingies. I got these from Hobonichi. I got them because of the blue color and because the Doraemon cover is blue, right? I just thought they would go well. So I'm going to try to put these on without jacking them up. Okay, so they have these on 4 separate sheets. I really liked the placement of them. So I'm going to try to recreate the placement. So before I wanted to put the number 1 index tab here, just because most of this is January, but I don't know, should I do that? Yeah, maybe I will do that. Actually, I think I am going to follow the numbers that Hobonichi has printed there. Okay, so there's the first one, and I don't know if I pointed this out before, but there are tiny numbers on them. Yeah. Okay, so I pulled it off because I wanted to move it higher. I wasn't sure if this would be repositionable. It wasn't that hard to peel off, actually, so it is repositionable, but I would say just maybe pull carefully and slowly because I did pull up a little bit of the paper there. And so I'm going to just try again now. There's probably a better way to do this. I'm sure that maybe someone on YouTube has posted a video about how to do this in a better way than I'm doing it right now. Whoops. Yeah, I just ripped the paper a little bit more. Okay, so I'm a total fool. Just ignore my entire process right there because I'm not giving you guys good advice, right? So before, they had 3 of these tabs on each of these plastic sheets or these thin plastic strips, right? And then they were evenly placed on these things, right? This is slightly shorter than the week's book. So this plastic strip here is slightly shorter than the week's book, right? So I'm guessing that what you could do is just hold the sheet there and then, you know, kind of place your tab evenly with or evenly spaced with these 2 there, you know? And then move on to the next sheet. See this sheet here, now I'm butting the sheets up against each other. You can see that the placement is slightly shifted, right? You'd probably get them done a lot easier than the way I'm doing it because I'm just going, you know, in order, right? So now I'm on June, right? So then I'm just kind of going to the month there and then trying to place this so that it's well lined up with these ones. But then I had to reposition a few of them because the placement wasn't, I don't know, it looked funny to me, right? But I mean, if you use these sheets to help you place each trio of numbers, it's not like these are in order, right? So it's not like 1, 2, and 3 is on one, and then 4, 5, 6. You know, it's not like that. So this one here has, for example, this one has 7 and 11 now, and this one has 8 and 12, right? And then there's 10. So if you kind of use the sheet to help you line them up, then you can see that there's 10 next to 11. It's kind of nestled with 11 there, you know. So I would kind of recommend playing around with using the sheets to help guide you with the placement, but I'm just kind of doing it this way because I wasn't thinking before. Okay, so it's finally done now. It took me a little while because I did adjust the placement a little bit. So, you know, I would recommend just not doing it the way I did it and using the sheets to help you, because it really was kind of a pain in the backside to try to get the spacing the way I wanted, right? But there it is, you know, it's done now. I don't have to do it again. I probably won't buy these particular index tabs in the future just because the placement was kind of annoying. But if you like the look of these plastic index tabs more than the look of the paper sticker ones, then you could always give these a try. They have blue and green and orange in their store, in the Hobonichi store. Personally, I much prefer the other index stickers. They're way easier to put on. And I actually think I'm going to put the other colored ones in this week's here. So why don't I just go ahead and do that. So in the weeks, they have the charcoal gray print. They don't have the different colors for each month, but I think it'll look cute to have the different colors on these ones. So you can see that these index stickers are actually a little bit different from the ones I use in the A6 Techo. These ones have white on both ends, whereas the ones I used in the A6 Techo, the left side was longer than the right side, and then the left side had color that went all the way to the end of the index sticker, and then they had white on the right side only, right? So this one looks a little bit different. So I'm just going to line up the edge of the white with the edge of the paper. Okay, so you can see it like that. Alright, there's January. Okay, so before I was saying that I wanted to line up the white part with the edge of the paper, but actually I'm finding it easier to have the color go just a little bit inside the edge of the paper. Can you see that? Just because then you won't have, I mean, you don't have to be so precise, right? And then you don't have to worry about white showing on the outside if you're kind of a stickler about that kind of stuff. Alright, so they're all done now, and I gotta say, I do like the way these ones look with the different colors. I like these much more than the High Tide ones. I wanted to try those just because of the blue and then the blue of the Doraemon cover, but I really do like the multicolored look. I think it looks cuter, and also the numbers are clearer on these. The numbers are much clearer to read. These ones is not as easy to see the numbers, as you can see. There are little numbers there, but they're not super easy to see compared to the other ones. So I do prefer these ones, and they're just much easier to place them. So here are my Hobonichis for my weeks, and I want to use this one in this denim weeks. This is the Mother 2 one, super cute. And then I want to use the blue one for my Doraemon weeks. So I just want to talk about how I'm going to be using these. So this one here, the denim one, this one's going to be our YouTube planner. So I'm going to put everything that has to do with our YouTube channel in this planner. And then this one is going to be for everything else, all sorts of personal stuff, Wilbur's appointments, and bill payments and that kind of stuff. That's going to be in this one here. All right, so let me bring in the other ones now. All right, so you have it, guys. My 2019 Hobonichis all set up in a very simple way, very simple, basic setups, but now they're ready to go, and I'm very excited to finally start journaling in them and planning in them and stuff and decorating them. I just want to say thanks for watching, and I hope we catch you next time. All right, bye.